Hey, I want to welcome our viewers to Kennesaw Happenings. We're here at Overture, which is right beside Academy Sports behind QT and Popeyes. And in the studio is a restaurateur. Yes. So, yes, we've been raving on Viva for a long time. So we finally got the person that is in marketing. And so, because restaurant owners, they don't have time to break away. So we convinced Ashley it would be time well spent. So tell our viewers who you are, what you do, and who you serve.
Hey everybody, my name is Ashley Hudson and I am the sales and marketing coordinator for Viva Chicken in the Atlanta markets. We gear towards serving people who are wanting a healthier lifestyle and want different options. We have a lot of vegetarian options, a lot of gluten-free options, and everything's very fresh and more on the healthier side, but still tastes really good. So that's kind of where we're going with that.
It's a good one. I know when I feel good after I eat food, I know I've probably eaten healthier than maybe the fried food options or the burger just a general that's out there that's fast. And what I like about Viva, a friend of mine said, "Hey, come on, you got to come up. I'll take you to lunch. There's a cool place up the street from where you live." So when I went there, it was like, service was great. Got it in, 5 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever it was. And I walk away feeling good because of just the nature of the fresh ingredients. So before we get into the restaurant, how did you get into your role with Viva?
Well, I applied, I guess, first of all.
That's the first step. That's good. That's good.
Yes. And I just really like the product. It's easy to convince people to want to buy it because it does taste good. And like you said, after I eat Viva, I feel the same way. I don't feel overly stuffed or uncomfortable about just eating a nice meal. I feel refreshed and ready for whatever I'm going to do after that. And it just makes me feel good. It makes me feel fueled up instead of dragged down.
And, that's so important in a fast-paced world that we're in. And I remember somebody's told me what percentage of Chick-fil-A patrons go through their drive-through. And you can just look at any Chick-fil-A and you see double and triple drive-throughs. So we're on the move, we're fast-paced, but we have to make, good choices that'll make us feel good. So what was tell our viewers that don't know Viva, what was the concept like when the founders, whoever they are, what were they looking to do when they opened up their first location?
Well, they wanted something, one of our owners is Peruvian. So, he wanted to bring that to, this area. Mm-hmm. And also they wanted something fresh and, pretty much everything that you order, despite a couple things, for the most part, everything is made to order. So it's very fresh. They wanted something fresh and fast casual where people could come and get something healthy. And like you said, not have to spend all the time and effort and still keep it a fast moving thing, which is what most people want nowadays. Like you were just saying a minute ago, we're all in a hurry to do everything now. So I think that, that's the core of it. They wanted to bring something different to the area, mm-hmm. but also keep it where people are going to want to come because they can get it on the go.
And I like that, on the go, when you say that. And I don't know the answer to this, so I'm going to ask you, but my brain's going to, I avoid like eating in the car and driving, like we do when we're in a fast pace. So is there a drive-through at Viva?
We don't have a drive-through.
Good. That's what I was hoping you would say.
We don't have a drive-through, but we do have like a to-go station set up. So if you order online or something like that, you can come in and your stuff's already in a bag. Your juice is already there. Everything's already ready and it's right when you walk in the door. So if you want to order online and you want it to be super fast, so it's not a drive-through, but we have a station where you can come and grab and go. So it still keeps things moving, but no drive-through.
Yeah, and I'm glad. I thought that was the case, but I was like, if around the corner, did I not see it or something like that? So that's good. And the reason I go that way is that, I think food is meant to be like enjoyed and fellowship. So whenever I go there, I'm sitting in the restaurant and enjoying the food. And so to your question or your answer of it's ready for you when you come, so people can still grab and go to wherever they're going home, right, and enjoy the meal already prepared, already set up for them. And I love the simplicity of, like, if I like chicken, I put chicken in there. If I like another ingredients, or, so walk through our viewers that maybe haven't been there, the ordering how y'all have simplified fast casual.
Well, I mean, when you look at the menu, some of the verbiage I could see being maybe a little scary, just because it's not your usual things. But really, when you break it down, it's a lot more similar to things than you would think. We have a chowfa, which is our fried rice, which if you see the word chowfa, you're like, what's chowfa,
Mm-hmm.
So when you're ordering there, I think one thing that we can say is, like, all of our staff is trained really well. So if you have any questions, everybody is very willing to help you explain exactly what everything is. And one thing I absolutely love about us too is I can tend to be a little on the picky side myself.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that you want, it's almost all made to order. So if you don't like onions, you don't have to have onions in your fried rice. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. You can kind of make it your own if you're not liking something that's in something, which I think is really cool, because there are a lot of people out there that don't like specific things, and they see it and they're like, oh, I can't have that because it's got this in it. Right. But that's not the case with us, because we're making it right when you order it.
Yeah, that's today's allergies and uniqueness of the foods, whatever it is. We have a lot of people that have dietary restrictions. And so they're always asking questions. Does it have this in it? Does it have that in it? So I know when I ordered for the first time, it was pretty simple. I just wanted this. And I looked at the menu and I said, add this, and it was done. I didn't have to go through a lot of, and I don't have generally the restrictions that maybe some people have, but I think it's pretty cool, because I had a lady, she took her husband there. And so the card I sent you, you're in my top 10 Golfer Pete list of area restaurants. So I sometimes put it in the birthday card. And so she goes, hey, I went to that restaurant, Viva Chicken, and took Robert there. I was going, well, what'd you think? It was absolutely delicious. Never knew it was there. And I think viewers, we see so many restaurants out there, but the story behind a restaurant makes it unique and different. So when you're out there promoting and talking, what are you looking to do to drive the story into the marketplace? What's your role consist of?
Well, one thing I would say is, just like you were just describing the lady that you gave the card, a lot of people don't know that we're there. Now, I think in Charlotte and South Carolina, where we've been for a little bit longer, more people know. But in Atlanta, that's one thing that I focus on is brand awareness, just telling people that we're there. And, hey, Peruvian cuisine, people are like, what's that? And it's just different spices and different flavors. But it's, back to the basics. It's still the basics of what people know. So, I set up a lot of events and stuff with tastings and, handing out samples just to let people try it. And once they do, they love it. And it's really easy after that. I don't really have to do much, because they just have to try it, So that's really what it's all about, is people trying it. And you've been to our store. It's got a super fun vibe in there. It's really colorful. We've got we've got nice music, it's kind of pumped up, but not too much. And so the whole place has a really nice feel. And we've actually imported our ovens from Peru. So our rotisserie ovens that we use, they're charcoal, and they are actually imported from Peru. So we are super authentic with that. So I just really try to go out there and just spread the word and just let people try us, because once they do, it's not hard after that.
Yeah, it's kind of like the old Costco taste it and buy it effect. You go there and you're thinking, wow, that's a big container, but let me try it. And you try it and you go, that's good. And then you buy it.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm not surprised. I was hoping you were going to say that, because I'm thinking that if you taste it,
Right.
you're going to appreciate the flavors, the spices, the different things that I think make your taste buds come alive. Because in our society today of processed stuff, I think we numb the taste buds in a lot of cases. But with Viva, it's almost like bringing them to life,
Right.
and giving people the old adage of fresh in a busy, fast-paced society. So
Right.
what would you say, like, what's the satisfaction? What can you share with our viewers? What do you like most about what you're doing with Viva?
Um, Well, I really just like the whole thing, honestly. Going around introducing something new to people when they don't know about something and they get excited about it. And
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of food drops and stuff like that. So everybody gets really excited to have a little snack coming their way they didn't know was coming their way.
Mm-hmm.
And I just like sharing our product with people because it's good. And once people try it, they think the same thing. So it's satisfying to know that I introduced somebody to something and they ended up liking it. And now they have something to add to, their roster of places to go, or, catering, or whatever needs that they have. I feel like that's satisfying in itself.
Yeah, that's I do little tests, and so I put the top 10 in some of the cards that I send, and I'm always curious what kind of feedback I get. Like, what restaurants did they select, and what did they say? So it's almost like a little bit of a focus group kind of thing. You just don't know, because ultimately your customers are the ones that rave about you. I mean, if you can get raving fans, they're going to be like all over telling people about it. So what are y'all's plans for, like, the Atlanta market? What are y'all doing as far as North Carolina and South Carolina and replicating it down here in Atlanta?
Well, we do a lot of networking events and sponsorships for schools, and races are a really good one for us because a lot of healthy people are out there doing 5, 10Ks, all that kind of stuff. So we sponsor a lot of events, do a lot of spirit nights for schools, and try to give back, and feeding their kids, when they're going out of town. I know that we would like to open several more. I think that, there's been talk of, possibly one being in Atlanta. There's no set in stone of anything, like actually in Atlanta. I know we're like in the suburbs, but so we want to open more, and we just want to spread the word. So, we do a lot of networking, and like the expo I met you at.
Yeah, exactly.
Like things like that. Taste of Alpharetta, Taste of Kennesaw, Taste of Marietta. So all just different kinds of things, just trying to be involved in the community and give back where we can, and, just be involved.
That's a good model, I'll tell you. The taste of different places, like you said, Kennesaw, Marietta. There's a taste of aqua. There's a taste of everything. So yeah, I could see how that would really benefit the exposure that you have. Do you do? Do you have franchisees, or are they corporate stores?
No, we're corporate.
Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, that's kind of I like that in some regards. I think every model has their pluses and their minuses. What would you say, like, when I guess you were involved, Kennesaw, why Kennesaw?
I'm assuming just because I wasn't with the company when they opened the store in Kennesaw. So
did you hear anything that kind of like?
I haven't heard anything as to why Kennesaw. I've lived in Kennesaw for 25 years. So, I think it's a good area just because there's a lot of people in the area, and, a lot of people like different things, and trying new stuff. So, I mean, I would say just location purposes for the fact that it's just a busy area and, a good spot.
Yeah, you're close to the Tesla place, and I didn't even know there was one until they moved kind of a lot, and I could see it. And then because you drive up, your sign pops, but there's a lot of choices for restaurants. So knowing what's behind those signs is kind of cool that people can. I imagine that you have the wow factor. I'm just gonna because it was for me. Do you find that people will talk about their first time and say, "Man, what would they say?" Do you hear when you're at tastings or events where you're letting people try Viva?
Oh, they come back all the time. I mean, at the taste or expos or whatever it is, usually they make a trip back by and be like, "Oh, so good. Can I buy these sauces?" Yes, if you can buy, just like Chick-fil-A, how they sell the bigger,
Yeah.
you can come to our store and buy our homemade sauces. Another thing that we do, we sell like whole chickens with sides. So like family dinners when you're not feeling like cooking. It's a really great alternative because it tastes like a home cooked meal. It doesn't taste like you stopped by fast food and grabbed something. You've got this nice chicken, this rice, green beans, canary beans, whatever you choose. But back to the original point, I kind of went off on a tangent, but people usually make a trip back by after they try our food and they're just like, wow, like just to say like, wow, I didn't expect to like that so much. So it's always a good feeling. And, we know that they're going to like it. So that's why we are out there having people try it.
Yeah, that's how my experience was. That my friend took me there. He had been there. He was in the restaurant business, so he's kind of more of a restaurateur, connoisseur type person. So he's always kind of has an eye out for different types of restaurant. So when he told me to go there, and it was a wow factor, that I brought a friend, and they do the same thing. Like, man, this is good, and it's reasonably priced for what you're getting. You get high value. I think you never want to be cheap. You want to be high valued for what you get.
Right.
And I think that's really for dollar, you're going to get fresh. You're going to get tasteful. You're going to get, the fast casual idea that you're not going to have to wait 45 minutes to get your food.
Right.
You're going to get it pretty quick. So I promised you that I wouldn't keep you here all day. So you have plenty of things to do. So tell our viewers, like, how would they get a hold of you?
Well, my card is all over the place.
Okay. Well, what about tell them where you're located, and then we'll put it, just not you personally, but obviously
how to get in touch.
Yeah,
I mean, it's very easy. We have an app that you can download. You get points, which the more points you get, then you get like a free juice, and then you get more points you get. So you get more and more things the more points you use. Our 2 locations in Georgia, one is off Barrett, across from Copeland's, or in front of the Tesla. It's just right after you turn off of 41, right there. And then we also have one in Alpharetta off Haynesbridge Road, which is in between Shake Shack and Starbucks, which most people always know what I'm talking about when I say that. So.
Oh, yeah. My daughter and son-in-law live up there. So it's almost like 2 worlds. The Alpharetta, Johns Creek and that area, and then down here. So that's kind of cool that you have one up there. I can now recommend that my daughter go to the restaurant up there and not have
that one's great too. And, that one, I feel like the one in Barrett's a little more like catering wise and people wise. It's more like, I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of businesses around Alpharetta. So,
yes,
like big businesses and stuff. So it's a little bit different dynamic as far as that goes comparatively to what's around this area, which there's still a lot of catering in Kennesaw too. It's just, the closer you get to Atlanta, the bigger things get. That's just how it is, So But both stores do really well. And yeah. And I mean, if you want to get in touch with anybody, I mean, you can just go to our website. It's very easy to contact somebody, very quick to respond. You know, we're trying to just give the best service we can and make sure that, you know, people are satisfied, and, you know, word of mouth is really where it's at.
Oh,
so, I
totally,
mean,
totally.
we try to make sure that people are leaving and telling people good things about us, and that they want to come back and share that with their friends, family, or whoever.
Well, I don't think you have any problem with people sharing you, quite frankly. I mean, because you just have to try it to appreciate it. Not, here at Overture, I hear a lot like, oh, I got to go home and cook. I got to go, and you're cooking sometimes for one, which isn't easy to do. So our Overture residents right up the street, you can literally ride your bike up there. It's so close. But yeah, to be able to experience fresh food and get it, kind of get it fast, because it's fast casual. That's the whole concept. So we'll put the links in the show notes of how to access, because I think I didn't realize the app was something y'all had, but you have a great catering menu. I mean, the one you gave me at the expo. There we go. Yeah. It's easy. You just kind of, mine's right over there on the desk. And I don't usually keep stuff, but I keep certain stuff that have value. I mean, I digitize everything, but it is a cool menu, and it's easy to select
It's
food.
easy to maneuver around.
Yes.
I'll even show you this for one
Yeah,
second. There's
absolutely.
also a QR code right here, so
Yeah.
that can take you to everything you need to know. And then on the back, there's also the menu if you want to stop by. So right here, all in one, you can see everything you could do. You want to feed a lot of people, you want to feed yourself, so it's all right here. And then the QR code and the Viva points, it's worth it. Why not get a free juice or, free churros?
Yeah,
And, we give you a free churro on your birthday, which our churros have caramel in the middle, and they are amazing.
Ooh, I know where I'm going.
They cannot be as healthy.
Hey, look, hey, I'm a firm believer. We want to eat healthy, but hey, we want taste too. It's like, hey, we treat ourselves. If you don't treat yourself, then you're too rigid with what you're doing, and you're not going to stay with something. You got to occasionally treat yourself. So that's awesome. We appreciate you coming and sharing with us. And I want to encourage our viewers, if you haven't been to Viva Chicken, get up the road. It's literally 2 minutes from here at Overture, and tell them that you heard Ashley on the podcast. So they'll go, wow, podcasts work. And so share it with your friends. Let people know you want to have your family over and you want to enjoy a meal with mom. You swing by there, grab your food, and come on over and see mom and dad and enjoy it at Overture. So ideas for y'all to really fellowship and have some fun with some good tasting fresh food. So Ashley, we always ask our viewers what is the one thing you would want our viewers to take home from this podcast this morning?
I would just want you to take giving us a chance. If you haven't stopped by, or if you have, come by again. I mean, it's totally worth it. And like you said, it's affordable, and it tastes like a home cooked meal without being a home cooked meal. And you don't get that many places.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And we appreciate you taking the time to come visit with us at Overture. And you'll probably see some of our residents up there trying you out, because we're always looking for good, fresh options that are close by. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.